Good afternoon. This is GB News. We are the People's Channel. I'm Nana Akua, and it is now time for World View. Let's go over to the States and have a chat with the host of the Politics People podcast, Paul Duddridge, and find out what the latest updates are there. Now, this was a big one, Paul. Thank you very much for joining me. Joe Biden, he fell down again. I mean, I thought he fell over nothing. They said it was a sandbag. I didn't see a sandbag. What did he fall over something? Paul?
Oh, yes, apparently there was a sandbag. Look, the word fall in the United States until really recently, it meant autumn. Now it means Biden. It's extraordinary. This chap, he might not be able to walk in a straight line, but he can find a sandbag, apparently. So he's got his detecting skills are really off the scale. Yes, apparently there was a sandbag, and apparently there was a sandbag in Japan when we talked about that. And then they keep putting sandbags on the stairs of Air Force One as well, on the way up and down. So this man can find a sandbag in, I don't know, a place where sandbags are banned. But anyway, so yes, he's had another fall. Now, this Obama's former doctor, White House doctor, has now said this is now teetering on malpractice from the White House to even put him in to run again. This is elder abuse. Even Donald Trump this week, Donald Trump did a town hall. He was being interviewed by Hannity, and he did a town hall, and he asked Hannity, he phoned him apparently before, and said, don't make jokes about Biden's lack of cognizance and awareness and his current physical and mental decline. Don't make jokes about it. That's from Donald Trump. When Donald Trump is saying, don't make fun of the guy, we know that we are at some sort of tipping point. This is getting absurd now. The man cannot be allowed out in public.
But maybe Donald Trump has worked out that he doesn't want to get the sympathy of the public because he's done so well working on the sympathy of the public himself. He's done so well off it himself. What's his polling like then now? Oh, if you're watching, if you're on radio, we're watching it now. Joe Biden's fallen over nothing.
Look at that sandbag. Oh, come on.
There's
that
no
sandbag's like the Sahara.
Why would you put... Where would you put a sandbag? If there was a sandbag, which I didn't see, if there was a sandbag there, why would you put a sandbag around a podium that you know an old man's going to trip over it? If they're not trying to kill him.
Oh, I know. Like I said, there isn't one. Okay, I'm just saying there isn't one. But this is the current defence from the White House, and there's Joe Biden now hilariously laughing it off and going, "I've been sandbagged," and it's all just jolly. No. But we're actually seeing elder abuse. This is what's actually happening. It's like keep going out there.
And what about Donald Trump? Oh, go on. I was going to ask you about Trump's polling there. How's he doing? Because
I was about to answer that. Yes, exactly. So look, DeSantis, as we know, entered the race last week. Mike Pence has entered the race last week, and this has had a cataclysmic effect on the polling. Trump is up another 5 points. So now Trump is at when DeSantis wasn't running, he was at 48%. Now DeSantis and Pence have entered the race. He's at 53%. So all of his other rivals have only got 47 between them. Everything, we've said this before, this is not straight politics anymore. This is cultural, this is social, this is almost religious in certain areas in the United States. And that's what's actually happening here. They are not taking on a political adversary here. They're taking on a cultural revolution.
Wow, it's incredible, isn't it? And do you think, in your view, because Trump said that he was sort of cheated out of the election victory last time, do you think that's right? Because so far, everything he said has turned out to be true. Even there's a lot of sceptics out there, but so far everything he said has turned out to be true.
In short, yes, absolutely. And when I first was doing this, I was on other channels when, because GB News wasn't around. And I said, look, Biden might have won the day after. I said, Biden might have won. I've looked at everything. I can get my hands on. Yeah, I think he was cheated.
Well, a lot of people seem to think that he's sort of saying that, and it's not true. Listen, Paul, it's always a pleasure talking to you. You will keep us updated on what's going on in America. I love hearing all the stuff, especially Trump. I think he probably will win the next election. I can't see anybody else coming to be a challenge to him at all.
It's another conversation. Conversation. It's abortion. Abortion will be the thing, I'm telling you.
Is that the one? All right. Well, listen, it's so good to talk to you, Paul Duddridge. Always a pleasure. That is Paul Duddridge. He's the host of the Politics People podcast.